To say this show was lackluster would be actually giving it a compliment. The show was trash, and it's really nothing to talk about in this. Let's just start this off by the WWE draft. Since the draft has wrapped up, what was the point of doing a draft? I felt like they wasted money on just making the cool little graphics for the draft. They wasted money promoting the draft. They wasted resources, a bunch of TV time, a bunch of creative time have been wasted with this draft. There's literally little to no changes to the WWE or SmackDown roster. I cannot remember watching a draft just being so disappointed every time I hear SmackDown chooses Naomi, Raw chooses the Judgment Day. It's like the same people. Raw chooses CM Punk. SmackDown, they chose Kevin Owens. It's like, what? Then you got NXT people. I never even heard of some of these people. Respect, all right, you got NXT people coming up. No knock to them, but I haven't even heard of some of these people. Blair Davenport, Lyra Valkyra. Like, huh? No disrespect, but y'all haven't even built these people up on the NXT brand yet. Then they're throwing them on the main show, and this is what happens when you got people like Candice LeRae, Indy Hartwell, which I think is cool. They're cool talents, but I think they're getting moved up to the main roster way too fast. I know Trick Williams just won the title, and you're going to have him bubble at NXT and be the guy over there. But no, it's people like Dragunov, Trick Williams. I'm sure there's some other people there that should be moved up to the main roster because they're the top talent. They're the hottest stars right now. Picking random people, and I don't like the disrespect because I haven't even checked out some of their work, but I watch a lot of wrestling. I never heard of some of these names. So, and I like to take accountability with a lot of stuff. I could say, oh, maybe I need to watch NXT more, I guess, but I don't watch NXT, but I know who Trick Williams is. I know that slogan, whoop that trick. I know Carmelo Hayes. You see what I'm saying? You got certain people that's just bubbled to that point where they should be moved up. Dragunov, of course, Baron Corbin. But some of these people just needs to be built. That's all I'm saying. The WWE draft was a complete waste of time. I think there's a lot of time, resources, and speaking of time, there's a lot of TV time that could have been took to build other artists, build other superstars, maybe try new things. This was complete. I don't even like calling it filler at this point. This is complete laziness on WWE creative. I know for a fact other alternative things could have. It's just so frustrating. I can't even think of the words to say how much of a fucking waste of time the WWE draft really was. Complete waste of time. Outside of me setting up these lights, setting up the YouTube thing to look as good as I could make it right now, complete waste of time. It's Bobby Monsoon 215. Like, comment, subscribe. We're going to get into this show of Raw. It starts off with Becky Lynch. She comes out as champion. Okay. Liv Morgan comes out to interrupt her, and Liv Morgan talks about being the number one contender. Nia Jax comes out. She fucking interrupts Liv Morgan, challenges her to a match. She says before she leaves SmackDown, she's going to take somebody out. this whole segment, I'm thinking this is how we're start. This is how I knew the night was going downhill from here. This is how we start off Monday Night Raw. I don't what? No, 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 no. I think it would have been a lot better if the show just started off from the rip. Logan Paul, I Show Speed. Start the show off with something, bro. Like this. No one wanted to see Nia Jax versus Liv Morgan. Why are we starting the show off like this? Once again, I love Liv Morgan. I love Nia Jax. Just what they're being given and asked to work with is completely ridiculous. And it puts them in a hard spot because a lot of people that don't know or don't consider the writing and the production of a wrestling event will think like, man, Liv Morgan is trash, Nia Jax is trash, Becky Lynch is trash. No, it's not even that. These are good, talented wrestlers, actors, and superstars. It's the WWE creative that's being trashed right now. And I just hope they step it up. Stephanie McMahon, she goes for the Raw and SmackDown picks. It's good to see Stephanie. It's always good to see Stephanie. I would like to see her in more of a creative mode, but I know she probably doesn't want to do that. So we'll take seeing Stephanie whenever we see her, and we'll appreciate it. So the picks: Raw gets Gunther, SmackDown gets Jade, Raw gets Damage Control, SmackDown gets Kevin Owens. The only move was Damage Control. No one cares. If there was a move that happened, it was such a move that no one cared about. I don't understand the draft shit. That shit was so corny. But after that, Gunther comes out to face Xavier Woods. So you got a trash opening segment. Then we see Stephanie, and it's like, yeah, we like seeing Stephanie. Then it goes back down to straight garbage. Gunther versus Xavier Woods. Who the fuck asked for this match again? In real life, Xavier Woods would not stand a chance against a guy like Gunther. It's fucking annoying seeing matches like this. Why are we booking the greatest intercontinental champion of all time? He's just coming off that run against Xavier Woods. Xavier Woods is a future Hall of Famer. He's a great talent. But we're talking about the ring fucking general right now. Y'all built this guy up to be this big monster, and he's fighting Xavier Woods, opening up Raw. And even if we got Gunther versus Xavier Woods, even if we're not shitting on that, bro, if I see one more Imperium and New Day matchup, I am going to break my fucking TV screen. They had a good street fight match. They had a few other good matches. When they were getting injured and they was trying to injure each other, as crazy as it sounds, in the wrestling world story, that was a cool storyline. We're fucking over it. We don't want to see New Day versus Imperium. We don't want to even see them on the same fucking brand. But unfortunately, they're still going to be on the same brand. I hope they move on from this. Gunther shouldn't be fighting Xavier Woods. You should find something better for Xavier to do. Find something better for Gunther to do. I don't even think Gunther even needed to wrestle. Put him in a storyline. Start telling a story with Gunther on his road to winning King of the Ring. Something. Him fighting Xavier Woods means absolutely nothing to nobody. Nobody thinks Xavier Woods is going to beat Gunther. That match was so trash. I'm not gonna lie, the match was trash. I was already over it, so I could be biased about that. Xavier tweaks his knee. Gunther, of course, targets it. Gunther puts him in some type of knee thing submission, and Kofi's about to throw in the towel. Gunther he switches it and does another submission that's kind of like the crossface crippler, but it was like a version of it. It really wasn't. Xavier taps out, and that was it. That was a cool little finish, but still, I'm over the Imperium versus New Day. I don't want to see another Imperium and New Day match. That shit is garbage. All right, Logan Paul and I Show Speed does the second round of the draft. Logan Paul and I Show Speed look like a good combination. I Show Speed got that energy. I like I Show Speed energy at tonight's Raw. He was just very energetic, very animated, and I like that. I like that. And I want to see what the WWE is going to do with I Show Speed moving forward. So the draft goes, Raw got CM Punk, SmackDown got the Pride, Raw got the return of Braun Strowman, SmackDown gets Tiffany Stratton. So, all right. At this point, the draft sucked to the point where anything is going to be a plus. Not saying Braun Strowman is just anything. We're talking about the monster of all monsters, like Speed said. Braun Strowman is a great addition to the WWE. I think he brings that realistic feel to it. It's like we see this dude as a monster. We don't have no dudes that were like kind of giving us that energy right now. So he's bringing energy back that's desperately needed. Now with the Wyatt family making a return with Uncle Howdy, I'm interested in seeing would Braun Strowman be a part of that faction. If you ask me, it's like a no-brainer. Put Braun Strowman with Uncle Howdy and whoever else comes together with that faction, and I think it's gonna do very well. Excuse me. Man, these Raws, man, be late, dog. Like Logan Paul, he cuts a promo. Jey Uso, he interrupts. Then the Judgment Day comes out. Then they do a little back and forth. They start jumping Jey Uso. You got Patrick Mahomes in the crowd. They in Kansas City. The crowd is on fire. Logan Paul, he puts on 3 of Patrick Mahomes' Super Bowl rings. And he's about to hit Jey Uso with him. But Jey Uso moves out the way. Jay McDonough takes a bump. And what happens after that? Jay McDonough took the bump. Then they start jumping Jey Uso, Logan Paul, and Finn Balor. Started jumping on Jey Uso, and who helped them? Oh, that's when Braun Strowman came out. So Braun Strowman came out, helped Jey Uso, hit Finn Balor with the choke slam, got up in Patrick Mahomes' face. Jey Uso said, yo, chill, let him live, Uso, and that was that. So, like I said, good to see Braun Strowman back. He's looking good. I want to see what they got planned for him. You got Chad Gable was backstage doing this segment with R-Truth and The Miz, and you know the whole little shit they be doing. So they're doing their little segment out of nowhere. Chad Gable kicked in the face backstage by Sami Zayn. I like where they're going with this feud. I want to still see it brewer. I will still want to see it manifest to see what it's ultimately going to come into fruition of being, but so far it's pretty good. We got Braun Breaker. No, we don't. We got Bronson Reed. Big Bronson Reed versus Sami Zayn. Another filler match. For me, it's like, didn't we just see these? I feel like every 2 to 3 weeks they fight. We just seen this. I'm pretty sure we just seen Bronson Reed versus Sami Zayn, like within the last 3 to 5 weeks. I'm not sure. Another predictable match. These filler matches be killing me, man. No way in hell Bronson Reed is gonna beat Sami Zayn. So it's like, why are we doing this match? Chad Gable gets the get back from getting kicked in the face backstage, putting Sami Zayn in the ankle lock. Bronson Reed snaps out, beat up Sami Zayn, beat up Chad Gable, and now they're teasing a triple threat match between Sami, Chad, Bronson that no one asked for. No one asked for this. Sami, Chad, cool, we'll take that. Just to throw Bronson Reed in there out of nowhere, I feel like it derails the storyline between Sami and Chad just a tiny bit because their shit supposed to be so personal. He just got beat up in front of his wife, who was his friend. He stabbed him in the back. This story is so personal. Why the fuck are we integrating Bronson Reed in this? I have no idea. Next round, APA does round 3. So Raw gets LWO, SmackDown gets Santos Escobar, Legado de Fantasma. Raw gets Drew McIntyre, SmackDown gets Shinsuke. I'm not sure behind the scenes if Raw and SmackDown got different writers. If they do, I'm really happy they got Shinsuke moving to SmackDown because I want to see Shinsuke actually be doing things of quality. I want to see him being utilized correctly. Having him job every week on Raw, I don't fuck with it. I'd rather see him on NXT, Speed, anything, but just doing jobs on a weekly basis. Hopefully SmackDown pivots and they got a different direction for Shinsuke. But to be honest, from me watching wrestling my whole life, they're probably gonna continue the fuckery of having Shinsuke job left and right, and that is what it is. Drew McIntyre cuts out. He cuts a promo saying how he's being late for the draft and CM Punk got picked before him, so he's butthurt about that. And CM Punk interrupts. He's in the skybox. CM Punk looked jacked too. Y'all see the new CM Punk? I don't know what's been going on. WWE, when they merged with TKO, they must have got some new trainers. When you get hurt and you come back, you're looking fucking jacked. We got AJ Styles, Randy Orton, and now CM Punk. And I'm not talking about they're looking like, oh, great or in better physique or no, these dudes are completely jacked. And I like this CM Punk. I think the aesthetics, the visual of CM Punk and Drew McIntyre looks a lot better now. Because with the old CM Punk, Drew would be standing over. It's like he towering CM Punk. And it's like, all right, I know y'all can still tell a good story because CM Punk is that good. Drew is that good in the ring where stuff like that wouldn't matter as much. But it still helps when CM Punk is now more jacked. So it's like it makes it look that much better than somebody just, you got a monster like Drew just towering over a fucking regular guy like Punk. Punk don't look too much regular no more. He's looking like he been putting in a lot of pain in the gym and is respected. So they're arguing or whatever. So what's his name? Drew McIntyre gets upset and goes to run to the skybox to look for Punk. Then we got Candice LeRae versus Maxine Dupree. I don't know what's been going on with Maxine Dupree, but the past few weeks she's been looking a tad bit different. Her moves have been improving. Seems like she's getting a little bit more comfortable in the ring. She's knowing her spot. Shit don't seem forced or botched. This woman has been making impressive improvements these past few weeks. I don't give a fuck what nobody's saying on the internet. Maxine Dupree has been making a great improvement, and I can't wait to see what this turns out to be within the next few years. I think this woman is a star. And they got the right people working with her backstage, behind the scenes. She's know how to think about it. Tonight, this wasn't just no regular. She knows how to tell a story without it being like cringe or anything. You know, before it was like, huh? Or I feel like now she's telling a story a lot more effectively in that ring. She started off this match with a lot of aggression, and of course they booked it for her to lose. Why? I don't know, but especially with Candice LeRae going to SmackDown, which I think I say this somewhere in the draft. Yeah. So later on, the spoiler, she goes to SmackDown or whatever. So I don't know why they didn't let Maxine get that one offer before she went to SmackDown, but she basically lost the match. Maxine got distracted by something going on with Indy, I think, or maybe, I don't even know. But she lost the match. Got hit with the Wicked Stepmother. I like that. I like the name of that move. Candice LeRae wins. And Maxine Dupree, keep up the good work. I like what she's doing. They got this segment where Drew McIntyre is all around looking for CM Punk, and CM Punk cuts. He fucking runs out to the ring. So Drew McIntyre's in the skybox now. CM Punk is out in the ring, and excuse me, that's how they confront each other at that stage. They just talking shit. CM Punk like, oh, I got 5 minutes and 46 seconds to do this promo. That's how much time you had for being champion. So he sits cross-legged and tells him when he's cleared, he's going to make his life a living hell. And Drew McIntyre just there standing, staring, looking, and oh, I don't know, man. Alundra Blaze and Teddy Long does the 4th round of the most lackluster, boring WWE draft of all time. Raw gets the Judgment Day. SmackDown gets Naomi. Raw gets Dragunov from NXT. SmackDown gets Chelsea Green, Piper Niven, and to hear Chelsea Green. I'm going to miss Samantha saying Chelsea Green. She used to be kind of funny. But besides that, yeah, they need to take that shit to SmackDown. Candice LeRae and all of that, that needs to go to SmackDown too. Yeah, they got Liv Morgan and Nia Jax. I don't even. Why are they fighting again? Oh yeah, because Nia Jax wanted to hurt somebody, I guess. The beginning of this match was moving slow, like awkwardly slow, awkwardly like. Yo, this was probably one of the worst Raws I've seen in a while. This was hard to watch. This was boring. This was boring. I'm gonna be real. Like as I'm going through this show. This was one boring ass episode of Raw, man. So the match is slow. Tiffany Stratton is out looking at the match from the crowd. Naomi surprises Tiffany Stratton, starts beating her up. Liv Morgan takes advantage, hits Nia Jax with the code breaker, then finishes for the win. No one cared. No one cared about this. No one cared. I don't even know how to elaborate on this, to be honest. Like, this shit was ass. Dudley Boys round 5 of the draft. Raw gets New Day. SmackDown gets Pretty Deadly. Raw gets NXT. Lyra Valkyra. She started crying. I wonder if these NXT people know that they're going or they're just that good of actors, because these women are selling it like they didn't know they were going. And a part of me is actually believing they fuck around and didn't know, because they're just randomly bringing people up, putting them on a fucking show like Raw when they need more development, in my opinion. So after that, you got, oh yeah, hold on. You got SmackDown gets Candice and Indy. All right. So Awesome Truth versus Tozawa and Otis. Another match no one fucking asked. Dog, this shit is horrible. Awesome Truth versus No. What storyline is behind? Why are they fighting? WWE completely took the night off and decided to waste millions of people time tonight. They should have just skipped Raw. They should have did some highlight, do anything. But give me Otis and Tozawa versus Awesome Truth. This shit was so fucking ass. I don't even know, like, I couldn't watch that match. I'm not even gonna lie, dog. That shit was so ass. I'm assuming Miz and them won. I walked off, got some ice cream, like literally. That shit was, as soon as I'm like, what the fuck is this, bro? Final Testament. Oh yeah. Then you got another Nick Aldis and the other dude named Adam Pearce. They do the final draft thing. Raw gets Final Testament. That was one that was like, okay, Final Testament on Raw. I like seeing that. Let's get them away from the Pride, because that's another beef that people could really start doing without. DIY to SmackDown. I like that move. DIY, you're acting like DX. I will prefer you take that shit to NXT, because it's I don't know what's going wrong there. But y'all acting like DX is never gonna work. Then SmackDown, Blair Davenport. I don't know who the fuck this is. I'm going to do some research, but to be honest, I probably won't. I'm going to just wait to see what type of, I don't know. Maybe, who knows? If I got some spare time, I'll do some research if I remember, but I never heard of Blair Davenport. They didn't promote her. They haven't been pushing her. They haven't given us no inclination that she's worth anything. Once again, I'm pretty sure she's a great talent. She's on this level. She's on TV. She got drafted. This is no disrespect to any of the wrestlers. No disrespect to this young lady. I'm pretty sure she's great. WWE writing is failing her, though, by putting her in this position, by bringing her up, and we don't know who the fuck she is. Main event match. Judgment Day versus Andrade, Ricochet, Jey Uso. JD has this fake ass knot on his head from getting hit with the Super Bowl rings. And is Triple H in the building tonight? It's like, why does JD have this like, he got hit with 3 Super Bowl rings, and instead of him having like a knot or some type of little discoloring, he grows a rash on his face. I'm going to repeat this. JD got hit with some Super Bowl rings by an accident in the beginning of the show. Instead of him having a knot, him having some, you know what I mean, maybe a cut, maybe a little Band-Aid, they show him having a complete fucking rash on his face. Like, instead of getting hit by 3 Super Bowl rings, somehow he got hit with poison ivy and it gave him a rash on his face. If JD already isn't booked bad enough, y'all doing this? Oh my God. Triple H he can't be backstage watching this shit. And if he is, I'm starting to get concerned. If Triple H is backstage and a show like this is being written, I'm starting to have concerns. It's no way that I'm thinking that Paul Levesque is looking at this show and saying, yeah, this is it, guys. Somebody else has to be influencing some decisions. Somebody else has to be an ear. Something else is going on because the booking of this Raw was so fucking bad. It's hard to comprehend. They had a regular match. The crowd was just not really into it. JD McDonough messes up. Damian Priest, he tries to do the South of Heaven off the top rope. JD McDonough somehow messes up. Cost them the match. Fucking Damian Priest is upset. Jey Uso is guaranteed to lose Saturday because he won Monday. Remember, I told y'all, whoever wins these Raw and SmackDowns, WWE, even though if you pay attention for 2 weeks, you could see it coming a mile away. WWE likes to book like this to where oh shit, that was my phone. Sorry about that. WWE likes to book like this to where you lose on TV, you win at the fucking pay-per-view, the PLE. I can't say this enough. I'm gonna end this by going back to that point I just made, because I didn't even think about this until now. It's hard to believe Triple H is backstage watching this on a monitor and he's the head of creative and he's approving the 3 hours wasted to anybody who actually tuned in to Raw from 8 to 11. I'm on the East Coast. It's 8 to 11 for me. This Raw was such a waste of time. From 1 to 10, I literally give this Raw a fucking 0.5. This shit was complete trash. Now, usually it's trash. Not usually. You know, we got these Raw episodes where it's like, all right, that was a bad episode. But the fucking horrible booking of this draft just made it even more dreadful. On top of its backlash season, so it's filler WWE writing season. So it's just like the combination of these three things is like, ugh. This was a bad show, y'all. Back to my point, it's hard for me to believe Triple H is backstage and he's head of creative and he's the only one. I feel like it's more cooks in the kitchen, and I don't think Triple H is the head chef. I honestly don't. I don't see him approving some of these things going on, and I don't want to speculate because honestly I have no fucking idea what could be happening. But Triple H being head of creative and this being booked the way it's been booked, it doesn't sound consistent with the product that I see when Triple H is the head of creative. And what I see him producing, I don't know, but it's Bobby Monsoon 215. Like, comment, subscribe, and we're gonna talk about the growth of the channel so far. I'm not even gonna lie. I literally thought I was gonna have like 20, 30 subscribers in my first month, if that. So to see I'm at over 300 right now that's love, man. I'm gonna keep dropping this content. I'll keep doing the Raw recaps, the SmackDown recaps. Y'all been liking the breaking news, so I'm gonna keep that going with y'all, and just keep trying to figure out different forms of content that I could give to y'all. Whether it was 7 subscribers, 300, and whatever happens from here. I'm going to still keep the content first. I'm going to still keep the quality content first. Whoever like these long form podcast type things, I'm going to keep that for y'all. If you like the short form news, I'm going to keep that for y'all. If y'all like the news where it's a little bit longer, but I'm touching on different topics, I'm going to keep doing that for y'all. I'm going to keep trying stuff, and this is y'all channel, man. So go in the comments. Let me know what y'all want from me. Let me know if y'all want me to shut this shit down, pack the lights up, take them back, and just go find a day job. Or if y'all want me to, touch on certain subjects. If I'm not showing AEW enough love, if I'm not showing TNA enough love, put them in the comments. I reply to almost all comments. As long as you come in respectfully and you're not saying nothing too weird, I'm gonna reply. I appreciate the love. I appreciate, everyone that's watching, everyone that's tapping in, everyone that's engaging, everyone in a part of the community that's building this thing what it is. It's Bobby Monsoon 215. Like, comment, subscribe, and